Hey, well, good morning, Cole Canyon Coyotes. Welcome to our Friday Flag video. Whether you're a student or a staff member, we appreciate you tuning in each week. Keep collecting those hero tickets out on campus, guys and girls, making those good choices. You could win a fun prize for your class at our live Friday Flag assemblies. Let's begin this one, though, with our Pledge of Allegiance, shall we? Go ahead and stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Hey guys and girls, thank you for being patient as we get the new accelerated reader program going. In addition, our awesome PTC is planning a readathon fundraiser, which is lots of fun, prizes coming your way. I even think they're looking for an obstacle course with jumpies and things. That might be fun. Many students have come up to me already and shared that they are reading every day and are into a good book. They're taking those AR quizzes and logging those points toward their goal already. I hope that encourages all of you, so keep that up. Teachers, thank you for the support there. I'm going to turn this over to Miss Lane with a couple student expectations she'd like to review with you.
Hi, good morning, Coyotes, and happy Friday. Remember that recess and lunch are the best times to have fun, build memories, and make great moments with your friends. We want everyone to enjoy this time safely and happily. Sometimes, though, a few of us might start inventing new games, which can lead to unsafe behaviors, injuries, and a set of challenges. Remember that recess is a place to play games that are established by our school. This includes wall ball, tetherball, basketball, using the playground equipment and swings, and even kickball. These games are designed for everyone to have fun and to be safe. If you find yourself in a game where new rules are being created by your friends, especially if those rules feel unsafe, it's important to step away from those activities. Also, any game, even if it's one of our regular games that turns into chasing or involves hands-on contact, is not appropriate to play at school. If there's ever a time when you feel unsafe or feel like someone is in danger, please do not wait for something to happen. Go immediately to a trusted adult. You can come to any one of the 3 of the playground aides or supervisors, and we will do our best to fix the problem. Let's all work together to make sure that our playground is a safe place where everyone can have fun and be safe. By sticking to the established games and playing by the rules, we can ensure that everyone has a great time during recess and lunch. Thanks for helping to keep our playground safe and fun for everyone. Now let's turn it over to Mrs. Anartu for an attendance tip and Halley's Heroes.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Lane, and good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's actually September is Attendance Awareness Month, and every Friday Flag, I'm going to be giving you one attendance tip to make sure that you can come to school and have a great time. So today's attendance tip has to do with getting a good night's sleep. Good night's sleeps are so important. When you come to school every day, well rested, you feel ready to learn and have fun. Being well rested helps you build strong friendships, it helps you do better in class, and help you enjoy all those exciting activities. Remember, coming to school every day as your best self means you're prepared to make the most of each day and achieve great things. So let's make sure during September and the rest of the year that we come to school as much as we possibly can so we can take advantage of this awesome opportunity. And speaking of opportunities, let's go ahead and jump into Halley's Heroes. Remember, that's where we get to recognize students who have earned that hero shout out from his or her teacher for being helpful, encouraging, respectful, and outstanding. And I bet you all they're also here at school. All right. So jumping into kinder, in Mrs. Amcrut's class, congratulations to Miles. In Mrs. Gorton's class, congratulations to Jade. In first grade in Mr. Stringer's class, Max. Mrs. Cron's class, Layla. Mrs. Moore's class, Amelia. Mrs. Schaud's class, Olive. Moving on to second grade, we have in Mrs. Treese's class, Emma. In Mrs. Silva's class, Quinn. Mrs. Garrity's class, Reese. Mrs. Pacey's class, Rowan. Mrs. Gonzalez's class, Jace. And in Mrs. Manzella's class, Marcus. And in Mrs. De Leon's class, Javier. Now, moving on to third grade, we have in Mrs. Hetz's class, Knox. Mrs. Levin's class, Yandel. Mrs. Welter's class, Addison. Mrs. Hewittson's class, Lennon. Mrs. Tope's class, Stevie, and Mrs. Hartley's class, we have Joaquin. Moving on to 4th grade, in Mrs. Ariana's class, Zach. Mr. Gable's class, we have Cassidy and Logan. In Mrs. Calvillo Murray's class, we have Noah. Mr. Pacey's class, we have Irie. And in Mrs. Trujillo's class, we have Lily. Last but not least, in 5th grade, big congratulations from Mr. Schroeder's class to Thatcher. From Mrs. Reagan's class, Cassidy and Hayat. And Mrs. Morandi's class, Richard. Mrs. Betsy's class, Addison. And Mrs. Hemrick's class, Alec and Sloan. Huge congratulations to all the students who earned this weekly shout out. These names, once again, are going to be entered into our monthly drawing at our Live Friday flag. That's actually especially on September 11th. That's actually be a Wednesday flag. So make sure you wear your red, white, and blue to show your spirit and show your appreciation for our first responders and our active and retired military. Now let's bring it over to Mr. Shaw to close us out.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Zanartu. I just want to shout out how much we appreciate Mr. Zanartu. And he, as you may know, was the Counselor of the Year in our district, and he was awarded earlier this week for that accolade. So congratulations again, Mr. Z. You are amazing, and I know you'll keep it up, and I'm so glad you're here at Coal Canyon. So, hey, also proud of all of your efforts, guys and girls out there on our campus and in the classroom. We hope these Friday Flag videos encourage you to make good choices, then model that appropriate behavior at all times, and be part of our dynamic community of learners. That is so good. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you back on Monday. Take care.